Hey guys, so it's been a little while since I've done one of these update videos, which means I have lots to tell you. I only have 50 days left in Sweden, so hopefully I can get a lot of videos out and really just enjoy the rest of my time in Sweden. So basically the first thing that I did a couple months ago after all my vlogs was a Rotary trip to Ljungskile. We went on a boat trip and it was kind of like a sailboat, so we had to put up the sails, and that was so hard. We were like jumping on the ropes and trying to pull them down, and we got a couple punches in the face of each other, but it was a fun time and an awesome experience. Some of the people got to climb up the top of the masts, which was crazy because it was super high. You could just like look up and it went forever. But yeah, such a cool experience. When we got into dock, we could go swimming. It was kind of cold, but and there was jellyfishes, so I didn't do it because no one wants to get stung by a jellyfish. But a couple of brave people jumped in, and yeah, it was just a fun time with the exchange students as usual. One of the biggest things that happened in the past 2 months is that my parents came to visit me. So it started that I went over to Scotland to first see them. In Scotland we visited family, did a bit of touring, saw some castles and that sort of thing, which was really cool. And then we went to England to visit more family. My dad's originally from England, so it was so nice to meet all these relatives that we've heard so much about. It was such a fun time, and it was like we've known each other forever, and I just really can't wait to go back. One of my favourite things was visiting London. It was absolutely huge and crazy, but it was really beautiful. I really liked the tower. One thing I really liked was the Tower of London. We did like the typical tour, and that was really cool, just to see the history and obviously see the crown jewels and all that sort of thing. So that was something I enjoyed. Then we flew back to Sweden and did what my mum has wanted to do for so long, the ABBA Museum. So that was really a blast. That was my first time in Stockholm, but we really didn't have a lot of time to see the rest of Stockholm. But just doing the ABBA Museum was super fun. They have lots of interactive things to do, like singing and yeah, so I enjoyed that. And then we went to Germany. So I'd already been to Germany on Euro tour, but it was nice. I think I got to see it in a bit more detail with my parents. Yeah, so we did Berlin, but we ended up going to Prague and then coming back to Germany, and we did Rothenburg, which is a Christmas town. So it's like you walk into the walls of this city and it is like a fairy tale, you know, like horse and cart and just beautiful buildings. A lot of it was destroyed in the war, but they've rebuilt it and it is really magical. Then, as I mentioned before, we went to Prague. I had never been to Prague and I absolutely loved it. After Prague, we went to Amsterdam, and I think we just spent one night there, and it was really pretty. I'm a big fan of the Fahrten der Stars, so seeing where that was all set and that sort of thing was really nice. It was nice to see the people on their bicycles and just like enjoy the culture there. Yeah, it's very touristy, but I mean that's fun to do as a tourist, I guess, so that was good. And then the last stop we did was Paris. So like Berlin, I had done Paris on Euro tour, but doing it again, it's just as magical the second time around. I had only gone up to the Eiffel Tower at night time, so this time seeing it at day was really, really nice. The views were amazing, and yeah, it was just a special time to spend with my family. So then after that I flew back to Sweden and they went home, but I have made videos, one of England, Scotland and one of the rest of Europe on my YouTube channel. If you want to look at them, I'll leave the links below. But yeah, that was just a great time to see the rest of Europe and like more of it. There's still more I want to see, so I'll have to come back, but that was definitely just a really good time. So after the trip with my parents, we had another Rotary weekend, and we had a district conference coming up. So we had a practice weekend where we just rehearsed performances that we would do that represent our country, and we just talked about exchange, and it was really nice because there's 5 of us who have been here for 10 months, but then the rest have just come in, so it was nice to be able to give them kind of advice and pointers on exchange, tell them a little bit about our experiences and things that like I wish I'd known at the start and that sort of thing. So it's really interesting to see how far you've come, but also to see people at the start of their exchange and how far they've got to go and all the wonderful things that they're going to experience. So another thing that I had with my class was Suit Up Day. I think it's from like How I Met Your Mother, and there's like an international Suit Up Day, so a couple of the girls in my class, we all did that together. You can see it on my Instagram, which I'll also link below, and that was just really cool because at home we have to wear uniforms, so to wear like a suit to school where you would normally just wear casual clothes was just a bunch of fun and something I wouldn't normally do. And then I had a choir concert. So in Borås I'm part of the culture school and I am in a choir. They're the ones I went to Italy with, which I have a video of that I'll put below. And we sung Happy and Into the West. So we didn't really have much rehearsal on these songs, but we just got up there and performed, and it was just a bunch of fun. There were a lot of like little kids singing as well, and their excitement and energy was just, it was really fun. It really added a lot to the concert, so I enjoyed that. And then another thing I did was an excursion with my class. We went to Gothenburg. We went to the Culture Museum and they had an exhibit on the Sami people, and I will link the artist below because I can't remember it now, but it was really quite a confronting exhibit. It was kind of talking about the mistreatment of Sami people in the past, but also still today. What a lot of people don't realise is that they can't vote in like the normal Sweden election. They're really not allowed to move, otherwise they can get put in jail. So they're really kind of governed, I guess. And it's easy to compare that to the Indigenous that we have in Australia. But Sweden's quite known for being like top at human rights. So I mean, it was interesting to understand this different side and different perspective of Sweden, and maybe to, you know, it was good for my classmates as well because they had no idea what was happening to these Sami people, and I think it really inspired them to talk about it more, talk about it as an issue, and maybe bring it into politics because it's not so much talked about in politics. And then after we went to the museum, we went to a jazz band and we watched them play at night time. That was really fun. It was just a great trip to get to know my class better. We just had a fun time, music, laughter, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. And then it was Host Love, which is basically the autumn holidays that we have here, and I mainly spent my Host Love in Gothenburg, exploring Haga, which is this really pretty area. It looks like kind of old town Sweden. I don't know, when you're walking through the streets you feel like you're in the past, and we took a lot of like fun photos there, which are also on my Instagram. And yeah, I just enjoyed seeing more of Gothenburg instead of just Central Station Starbucks, which is where the exchange students normally are. I've kind of, now that I haven't got much time left, I just want to see everything as much as I can before I go. So that was just a great time to be able to do that. Also, on that week, I think it was All Hallows Day, which we don't really have in Australia, but it's kind of like Halloween. And what they do is they place candles on graves on this day, and I went to a graveyard in Borås and it was filled with millions of candles, or at least hundreds of thousands, and it was incredible because we didn't have anything like it. They had like different arrangements of lights, and I went with my host parents, which was such a good time, and they remembered their relatives who had passed, that was special to be there for that. And so I think it was just altogether being able to experience something I don't have at home, it just makes me so happy. So I definitely enjoyed that. The actual district conference, where me and another Australian played the song I Am Australian, which is also on my YouTube, as well as another boy, Adam. So we were all from Australia, and we had to perform something that represented our country, and to perform this song in front of everyone was so special. And also to see what all the other countries came up with to perform for this conference. You know, just seeing all the different cultures together, and just showing that that all of us teenagers could organise like a show and something that was really special, I think was good, and I really think the Rotarians enjoyed it. So that is definitely a special memory that I will take with me. Then I visited Jönköping. I visited my friend Nicole from Queensland. She's studying currently in Jönköping, and I hadn't really been to Jönköping, and it was really nice. It's bigger than Borås, so it was nice to see a bigger city, and it's just really studenty, really cozy, quite modern, and I really liked it there. We just got lunch, and so it was a quick visit, but I think I definitely want to go back to Jönköping before I go, because there's a huge lake up there, and the sights there are spectacular, so that's definitely something I want to do. And another thing I did, which everyone who lives around the Gothenburg area must do, is go to Liseberg. So Liseberg is like a amusement park, theme park type thing. So Liseberg is open normally just the summer, and then it opens again for Christmas, and it has all these beautiful Christmas decorations and Christmas trees with fake snow sprayed on them, and light Christmas markets. They have animals, and it was just an amazing time. My favourite thing was the ice skating show, which had like a story to it, but these people were just crazy. Like, it was pouring down rain, and they were still, like, no one fell over, no mistakes. They were still so great. And so that was just magical, yeah. I have lots of photos and that I might upload on Instagram from it, because it was so nice. And then something that just happened on Wednesday, I believe, is one of the girls, Nicole, that was in one of my videos, is leaving, so we all went to Haga, and I had a really nice time together for her. So at Haga there's like this lookout where you can look all over Gothenburg, and now that all the Christmas lights are out, they're showing, and we just all laughed together, ate junk food, and just had one of those times that I know I'll remember for forever, really. Just all these people from all over the world, just laughing and joking together, and I really liked it. It was very special. And then what happened recently also is I had my final Rotary speech at my host dad's club. So I still have to do my final Rotary speech at my own club, but this was, yeah, pretty much, it's going to be the same. So it was talking about my whole year, and when I was putting it together, it was so amazing to see everything that I've done this year. I have done so much, but also all the Rotary events that they have given us, all the opportunities that I've had, is just, it's just incredible. I could have never imagined a year ago, and I think it's hard to go home knowing that I'm not going to have a cool thing on every weekend, but I guess that's one thing that exchange does give you. It gives you incredible opportunities, and something that I'll never forget. So now, with 50 days left, basically what I'm looking forward to the most is Christmas. It's so cozy here. It's just, compared to Australia, where Christmas is a lot more casual and relaxed, here it's so cozy and warm and nice, and I love it. And so I look forward to kind of experiencing all the Swedish traditions of Christmas, and I will probably do a separate video of Swedish Christmas so that you can see. But that's all for now, and if you have any suggestions or anything that you want me to talk about, just leave it below. I get back to all comments. Yeah, I reply to you all. I read them all. So I really do take everything that you say into account. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon with another video.